listen, man, there are levels. There's MMA and boxing are completely different worlds, okay? All right, and people say, oh, Ngannou knocked down Fury. Anybody can land a punch. Anybody can land a, get lucky. All right? And Fury just went in there. He wasn't even fucking. He took it as just a joke. Just because you knock people out in an octagon doesn't mean you can knock him out in a boxing ring. What does that mean? It means that the rules are different. What does that mean? It means that when you're standing up in an MMA fight, you're not just having to look for punches. You have to look for elbows. You have to look for knees, for kicks. In your stance, knowing those rules is completely different. Your reaction to movements is different because there are more weapons that can be used against you. Okay? So you stand completely different. Now, when you're boxing, you can only use your punches. Nothing else. So your stance is completely different than when you're doing MMA, than when you're doing wrestling, than when you're jiu-jitsuing, than when you're doing judo. Absolutely different. Now, you could tell that it was painfully obvious that when it comes to boxing, you can't just go in there and think that because you hire the best trainers, you're going to turn into the best boxer. That doesn't happen. This shit takes years of practicing, of muscle memory, of knowing when and how to use combinations, how to use feints, how to position yourself, how to jab. People say, oh, it's just a jab. No, if you saw what happened, it was kind of, I feel sorry for Ngannou. People say, how can you feel sorry for a guy's huge? Look, he's a human being, man. He's actually a nice guy. I like him. And, and if you know his story, you feel even, more for the guy. He came from busting his ass in Africa and in mines and stuff. It's hard, actually, human killing labor that killed people. Died doing the job that him and his co-workers did in Africa. So when I saw him standing, and as soon as I saw him come out and I saw him fall for the feints, I saw him falling for the feints right away, dropping it as soon as Joshua feinted, and Joshua was doing level change. So, just good elite boxing level shit that if you're not an elite boxer, you're going to get confused by it. So Joshua was peppering him, keeping his guard up and standing, giving him space to come in, giving Ngannou space to come in and baiting him. So if you saw Ngannou, the few times he used, when he was trying to do the left hook, he was telegraphing. That's rookie level shit. There are things you have to do to camouflage your shots. So when Ngannou was trying to catch him coming in, Joshua seen this a million times in the ring in his entire boxing career. This is a guy who's been a heavyweight boxer, champion of the world twice. He was a gold medalist. These guys been boxing for a long time. So the stuff he did wasn't flashy. The stuff Joshua did was not, flashy stuff. It was basic combination boxing and just trying to bait Ngannou to open up, and that's exactly what he did. He ate the feints, and then here's the first knockdown. When he does the first knockdown, he left his Ngannou left his jab out there, and he didn't cover. Ngannou wasn't doing wasn't using head movement. He wasn't moving his waist. He wasn't feigning the right way, because once he feinted, what did Joshua do? He opened up his left. He opened up his left foot to let him come in. That's textbook definition of basic movements in the gym. You know, so this guy, this is my left, this is my right, but I'm, so when Ngannou did the jab, he just left the jab out there. What do you think is going to happen with a guy who's an actual expert, been a champion, has been a boxer his entire life? He's going to knock your ass out, because you left. Not only did you leave your jab out, Ngannou left his jab out. He didn't pump back. You're supposed to come back with the foot. That's why you back out. You don't stay there waiting for a fucking receipt. Get the fuck out of the kitchen. Get out. Don't just stay there. Well, he stayed there, and on top of that, he had his hand out here. If you're gonna jab, bring it. Bring the other hand, because here comes two. Meaning the two. If the guy's a righty, here's the 1-2. The 2 is coming once you jab. He's waiting for that. Well, that's rookie mistakes. Rookie mistakes. That's why it's so important that when you teach these guys in the gym, like and Teddy Atlas might be an asshole, but when it comes to fundamentals, he's right. Don't wait for the receipt. And that's exactly what Ngannou did. You can't do that against Anthony Joshua. When you jab, you pump in and out. Pump and cover. Pump and cover. See? Pump and cover. How did he get caught? He got caught with his hand over here, pumping over here, and he just left it there. What do you think's going to happen? He's knocked out. Then when he gets knocked down on the next round, he comes back up. Number one, he's a little dazed. So you can't just stand in front of the guy. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move. Get your legs back. Get your head right a little bit. If you can grab. What does he do? He just stands there. Don't. Because Joshua's just going to throw a jab to knock down your front defense, which is usually your left. If you're a righty, if it's your left, he's just going to do a throwaway punch to knock down that hand, and here comes the 2. Here comes the 2. Bah! It's over. It's over. So this is why it's so important. People say, I don't give a shit who trains you. I don't care how hard you punch. It doesn't matter. And let me tell you, it's not like Ngannou didn't throw. Ngannou threw. But it's not what you throw, it's how you throw it. And footwork is very important. Footwork is very important. In and out, or in to the side, into the side, into the side. How did Usyk beat Joshua? Side. The slice in the pie, you slice the pie. They do that. They teach you that in military training. They teach you that when you're attacking, you're going in and out, in and out. You're making slices on a pie. Wow, slice. That's exactly what Ukrainian fighters do. So, props to Ngannou. Props to Ngannou for getting in the ring, for having the toughness to stand up, and props to Joshua. Props to Joshua. He trained hard. He ain't no spring chicken. He ain't. He's up there. He's getting up to 34 years old, taking that amount of punishment from monsters, from guys who are real monsters. He's fought, a bunch of guys. What can I say? Being at that level. Now, mind you, if you saw that, it was so. Ngannou showed us why it's so important to camouflage your punches. It doesn't matter if you go in this. I already know you're coming here. Feint this and come here. Feint this, come here. You don't feint. This, you gotta camouflage. You have to camouflage. So, but that comes with experience, experience. Getting your ass kicked in the ring, in the gym for 10, 15 years, and that comes, you learn by getting your ass whooped. But props to Joshua for being a good sportsman. Give Ngannou the respect. He has changed. I don't know. He goes in and out from nice guy to asshole, Joshua. So I guess he was the nice guy last night. We'll see what happens next fight, because I think they want Wilder with Joshua. I think Joshua will knock him out if he doesn't come out trained by the right people, because it does, when it comes to Wilder, if he's not trained properly, he does the shit he did in last fight against Parker, which was just horrendous. You got to get back into training with somebody who can control his head, because he's too much of a warrior. His heart, too much heart, and he'll rather die on his shield than grab, and that has to be worked out of him. I don't know if that can be worked out of him at his age. Strokes for different folks, you never know. You find it's like Miguel Cotto. He was going down fast in his career. In the last few fights, he found Freddie Roach, and Freddie Roach was able to reach him and made a difference. So we'll see. And Wilder's got that big eraser. Just one, it's over. So then the fight with the Zhilei Zhang, the Chinese guy, Zhilei Zhang looked like he was drinking beer till 3 a.m. I swear by God, this man, he's probably partying his ass off in Riyadh. Zhilei Zhang's like, come on, man, at least do some fucking cardio before the fight. In the third round, he was already he was fucking, come on, man, you're getting a shot. I think you beat him. You can't win a fight when you get knocked down twice like that, like bad. But Zhilei Zhang, if he's got a rematch clause, so when he comes back in the next fight, he's gonna come trained. I would. But this fight, I think he was partying his ass off with the guys in Saudi, with the Sheik and the guys out there. He probably got 50 women on him and shit. He's like, I'll go fight. He probably still smell like fucking beer. Again, only they say, there's no drinking in Saudi Arabia. Right. Right. There's everything goes on down there. They can do whatever the fuck they want. This guy's own the fucking place. But if he comes back, and props to Parker, he came massively prepared, and that shows by getting his ass, knocked down a few times and knocked around, getting hit hard by the Chinese guy, and coming back up. He was superbly trained. But if Zhilei Zhang's going to come back up, he's going to come train. He's going to knock Joshua out. Parker out. But come on, man, you can't be party that hard before a fight. Don't stop it. Yeah.